braking, and that's fine to be tentative at first, but then as you practice a little bit, I really want people to brake pretty severely. So like you saw, like Tom, for example, like, I mean, 10 feet, you stop. The reason why I want you to do it like that when you practice, though, because if you practice like 3/4 braking, and then you have an emergency situation, you're just going to lock it up, or you're going to not be able to do it. You know, because you need to in your mind. So like I like to think when we're doing this kind of drill, imagine something happening in front of you right away. The car's pulled in front of you, a crash has happened, and then that's how you're going to react. You just kind of build in that automatic reaction, because in a crash, you don't have time to think, oh, throw it back, you know, it's just going to have to be a natural reaction. So if in your mind you can create a situation in which you're having to have that instinct, it'll start to develop. Then in a race, when someone piles up in front of you, you can, you know, brake hard, miss it, go around it, and then you're like, whoa, I don't even know how I did that, you know. But you start building that inside you. So, you know, and then the same thing if you're skidding, that's no good either too. So you just have to find that balance. So, you know, we're not going to spend forever practicing today, and you're not going to get perfect today, but I would definitely practice this kind of stuff again later on so that you get really good at it, so that in an emergency situation, it's not a problem. I can't tell you so many times after I've done clinics like this, Skillz said, oh man, I totally would have crashed into something except for at the emergency stop, you know, and it worked. So it's useful, very useful. Okay, we don't have a lot of time, so we're not going to spend too much time on it. The next thing I want us to do though is work on our balance some. So we'll do track stands first. So this is just again figuring out your weight on your bike and how to move yourself on your bike and your bike under you. So that's kind of what we did with the stopping. Figuring out your weight on your bike, keep the bike going straight, where you can apply the most force. But there's so many things we do. When we go down Black Mountain tomorrow, it's going to be dirty and gravelly, and there's going to be holes in the road and stuff too. Having balance to be able to move the bike underneath you in that situation, as well as a trip with you or bumping and stuff too, is just so important to be able to be comfortable on your bike. So if you're like, get on your bike, like, it's, you know, if you watch sometimes people who don't cycle very much get on a bike, and you just want to stay away from them. Because you can just tell, seriously, they are not sitting on a bike. And it's usually not because they're going fast or doing things erratically, like turning crazy and stuff too. It's because they don't look safe sitting on their bike, you know, because they're not very good balance. So the better we can do that, the better we'll be as far as safety-wise. So for us today, if you're really good at track standing, you don't need to worry about the slope. But if you're not as good, if you're riding up the slope a little bit, it's a little bit easier. I would not apply the front brake while you're track standing too much, because you're pivoting your front wheel. So applying the back brake to control your movement is certainly legitimate. If you don't want to apply your brake at all, that's even better yet. Especially if you want to get really good at this, you want to go no hands, you can't do a brake at that point. Use the pressure of the pedal. The race viewer is going to roll around, and then you're going to come to as slow as possible. And if you need to, like, you know, if you need to put your foot down, certainly it's fine. Ideally, no one falls during this, but occasionally people do. Usually it's on camera.
Get it out.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine to like almost stop and you get nervous and then just roll forward again. And then try and find a good spot again to roll up to again. But a lot of it depends. You can do it standing, you can do it seated. Best to have your pedals level. I failed to mention on the braking, but most people are putting their pedals level to give your best balance there. Usually you put your hands on the hoods, but you could put them on the drops. But just again, get yourself comfortable and feel like you've got a lot of control of you and your bike together. So, spread out, go around, hold the spot when you good, and then you stop for as long as you can or as long as you want to. Go forward again. Stop as long as you want to. Again, seated, standing is fine. Just kind of feel like you're comfortable on the bike and where the bike is. If you're really good at it, find somebody who's not so good at it, help them out. If you want, you can actually go up and hold someone's shoulder while you're doing it. Two people balancing together is actually pretty easy to do. But also, if you're not, you know, if someone looks like they're just starting to get comfortable, that also then adds another element to them to try and adjust too. Any questions about bike, track stands, or any other suggestions you have? careful. What's that?
Angle the front wheel. 45-degree angle of the front wheel.
Yep, as you angle the front wheel, that can help you with balancing back and forth. Usually, I don't suggest swapping your wheel all the way across, especially if you have toe overlap. It's better to stay on one side and move a little bit back and forth this way than it is to swing it back and forth like this, because there's more, if you keep it to one side or the other, then it's easier to balance on a micro adjustment level. If you're swinging it back and forth, then you start going on a macro position. Great, so let's spread out a little bit. Again, if you use a little bit of upskill, it's easier.
only second track stands.
There are a lot of good. We should just do a YouTube channel and have everyone like upload their stuff.
So, you know, in Chicago we stop a million times in the street. So if you want to use that as an opportunity to practice track stands, it's a great chance to do it. As long as you feel like you can unclip if you need to. Otherwise, you're in traffic and you're falling over. That's such a good thing. But frequently, though, at stop signs, I'll just practice track standing. And I can tell how tired I am. Like, if I've not been getting a lot of sleep or something, or been particularly stressful, I have a hard time track standing. If I had a good night's sleep and feeling good. So I think it's something to do with your balance in your body, too. So now we're going to take this a little bit more of a step. Not just balancing on your bike, but then we're going to lean over and we're going to pick up some water bottles. So if you have a water bottle, you're going to take your bottle, we're going to ride real slowly, and then we're going to set the water bottle down on the ground, without falling over, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to pick your water bottle back up. So you don't have to lean really far, because small bottles are a little easier. But the idea is, if you go too fast, when you drop it, it's going to be hard to have it stay up. Although if you're really good, you can go a little faster to pick it up. One time, coming in Highway 1, I did yesterday, I saw a hat on the ground, like a baseball cap, and I swung down to pick it up, but I dropped my nails in the table. So I stopped doing that. But we were going like 25 miles an hour, that's why I think I slipped on it. So I was a little chewed up, unfortunately. But you could do it, real fast too. So I don't necessarily, recommend you do it all the time, but you can do it real slow. So if you can do bottles easier, easy enough today, you can get down to other things like builder's bars or whatever.
Oh, like a monkey.
The lowest thing you've done is coins.
Coin.
Yeah, coins.
Tracy can do both.
Mike Stevens can do dimes.
Six.
We only show you real quick with the bottle. Tracy has showed us with a builder's bar, but thank you for the builder's bar. Anybody want it? I'm sure you do.
All bottles.
The right side, the side. We're just going to make it roll up, and then down, and then spin around.
Put it down, like the side you want to reach. It's a free for all. The side you want down. Well, no, you do it on both. So whatever you do, like that's the leg you have to spin it down. As opposed to,
If you want to stop completely, you can, but it's not necessary. I would not go too fast. The idea is, though, you have enough control of your body, your hand placement, so you're not just whacking at it. You're actually slowing down, intensely reaching down, and scooping it up. I find if I can put my hand down before I use the bottle and grab it, it works better than jabbing your hand down and trying to hit it.
extend the crank on the side you're leaning to.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you're doing your pivot. You want to put your, you want to create a center pivot point. So if you were at this one down the outside, I can't lean this way. You have to have a pivot point. So
hey, look who it is. Cute. Let's go entertain them with Rob falling out.
You speak their language, Nikas.
You want to see him fall down?
It's really good at that.
Tracy always loves to show off.
Kevin.
okay, so we're gonna spread out.
Don't want to touch my food. Whoa, briny. I'm never going to see this final again.
Okay, let's create 2 rows of bottles. This is a good way to create all the bottles in here.
Yeah, I want you to have it so you know where it is. I'm already about to get everyone.
Unless that actually feels really nice, it doesn't stretch it out from bending out.
Should all do that.
this.
I know you're not too comfortable with this.
Jim's my partner. We already discussed it.
First time you ride through side by side, you just ride in three next to person. No touching anything. Feeling the width of it.
No touching.
And then just do that one time.
I go to Barna? What? Barna? Yeah. Barna.
Side. And it feels different sometimes. Sometimes we're left to right dominant. Next time we go through, we're going to do this. Bump our elbow. Or our shoulder. So just touch, release. You do helmet. But just touch, release. Touch, release. And then again, same thing on the other side. And then the next time through, we're going to try to maintain contact. So lean all the way through. Again, you do your shoulders, elbows, move your head, all the way through. And again, same thing on the other side. So you go through once just riding through, now touching. Twice riding through, hands on shoulders, once each side. Twice riding through, bumping elbows, once on each side. Twice riding through, leaning, once on each side. Then we'll stop, talk about the last thing we'll do going through.
Bad touching is not okay, so be present bad touching. Find an adult and let them know.
Is that who you're doing? I
Rob.
Ouch.
I will take it
That was just like my bottle. Actually, that was just my bottle. Right there.
No, those are our bottles.
No, that was a newbie. Is it full?
Thank you, Kirby. I needed Mike to have
That's me.
nasty water bath.
Use the special strap that everyone else has. In life?
Rob, did you get the mint chocolate milk bar we left for you?
I did not. I brought 15 of my own. Stopped by Trader Joe's and
What about your women's meeting? Did you get that?
I got a men's small, thank you. Can't wait to wear it tomorrow.
So, I know we have like a 3-hour clinic. We just touch on things here. So we do some of the drills, and even at the 3-hour clinic, the expectation is that everybody leaves being completely proficient in every drill. The idea is that you start to understand a little more about your body and the balance of the bike, and then whenever you have a minute or two, you just practice more and more of this kind of stuff. You get better and better at it. The more confidence you are on the bike, the better. One time though, afterwards they said, well, how'd you do that? He goes, I don't know, but he attributed it to the fact that he just was really good at bike handling. And so he made adjustments, whatever was happening, he just mayhem, and somehow stayed up on his bike. So, not that we'll all be able to do that, the idea is that when mayhem happens, the more comfortable you are on your bike and handling your bike, the more likely you are that you're going to stay up. There's a good video of a stage of the tour, probably about now 7-8 years ago, where there's a huge pileup. I think me and my life member even broke his hip in it. And this guy from Skillz, I think, bunny hopped and rode over a couple guys. And it was safe, you know? We're like, maybe I just moved over, you know? Because it was feet out for like 6 months. So the difference is 6 months being out or a close call, you know? And so sometimes it's fun. You have to have the right wheel to go over. Sometimes you bunny hop and you get the handlebars and the wheel, you know? But if you have the skills, the chances of getting through something like that are much better. If you don't have the skills, the chances of going down are really high. That's why the Cat 5 race is a lot more faster than the 1-4 race. The 1-4 race is a lot faster, they're riding a lot closer together, and doing things that are potentially a lot more dangerous. But they know how to handle it, they're used to it. In the Cat 5 race, they don't know how to handle it, they aren't used to it, and they go down. So the more we can do to up our skill level, the safer we are. Yep. Oh yeah. So many times. Yep. Yep. The expectation is once you race, you're gonna be fine. The expectation is if I race in track, that changes things a lot. Yeah, I mean, there's so many times I've been race like, you know, in track one time, the longest I've ever run the wheel, God knows why I've ever run out my wheel. The longest I've ever done it was in track 1 between turn 3 and turn 4, all the way out of turn 4. Like a good, like, you know? And the whole time I was like, I had no place to go. The guy was on my right pushing me down, the wheel was on the left, and I was like, something's gotta move eventually, you know, just don't panic. And eventually it woke up and I was able to stay up. That's like the longest I've ever done. One time, I tell this story all the time too, but one time I was in a race, the Cat 4 race, and I came around the corner, we leaned, and somehow we came back, and we were like this. Oh my God. I think I should hit one of them, I got mine. And the other guy, luckily, didn't panic. Yep. And we leaned again, and then it came out. And then he back up. And the guy afterwards was like, I'm so glad you knew what to do. And I was like, I'm so glad you didn't panic. Because if either one of us would have twitched at all. And luckily it was a really tight, short second turn, you know. So again, a lot of luck involved in that, but again, not panicking and having us both ride straight, you know, and just be calm about it and being comfortable with where we were, we really got out of it. So, you know, there's other cars I can say, like the hatch here, that thing doesn't really go right. But there's been definitely times when things went right and we didn't go down. So sometimes that's familiarity. That's why we do these bumping drills, touching drills, because you get more comfortable then with bumping and touching and knowing that just because I touch somebody doesn't mean I'm going to go down. So right now, I'm going to ask you to do a drill that makes everybody uncomfortable, even me to some extent, and I'm asking to touch wheels. Because so often, the expectation in our head is if you touch the wheel, you go down. To the point that people in races have sometimes almost touched wheels, kind of panic, and crash, even though they never actually touched wheels. And afterwards, they'll say, what happened? They'll say, well, I thought I was going to touch the wheel until I shifted this way here and I fell. And it didn't actually even touch. They saw it coming and they're like, ah! And then they went down. So I want us to get our partners. We're going to come down, roll on here, taking out the cones. But the most important thing is the first person maintains their speed and rides a nice straight line. Brian Wolf's face. So Brian and I are doing this, and I'm behind him. His job is to ride straight, steady. And I'm going to come up, and I'm just going to bump his wheel, just so I have that sensation. Now the reason why people fall down when they bump wheels is that they shift their weight over the wheel ahead of them. So I weigh 155, my bike weighs whatever 18 pounds or two. The bike isn't heavy enough to hold me up if my weight, body weight, is on the other side here. So I need to keep my body weight to this side of the wheel, and I'm not going to go down. And I can actually hold up pretty steadily. At the clinic I was at a month ago, they actually said if you turn into the wheel more and put more force on it, that can actually keep you up more because you're pressing against it and it shifts your weight automatically against it. So when I do it like this drill, I usually just bump it like this, keeping my weight right here too. But if in a situation you hit someone and it's somewhat forceful, sometimes you can like just push away like that, and it should keep your weight away from the wheel. So that's the first time I'd heard that, but it seemed to make sense.
So you always want to go with the base of the contact?
Yes, you want to have your body weight on this side. So if I'm coming up to it and something happens, if I can, I want to leave this thing too. Or if it happens totally unexpectedly. Now if Brian just chops my wheel, I'm going down. You know, because he's going to hit this wheel like this, and my body weight is going to wheel. Right. But normally what will happen is that you're just riding and then something will happen, he'll move over a little bit and not like keep moving over. And then if he happens to hit it here, I'm just going to try and back off a little bit, you know, or if I can, I'll move to the side this way a little bit. So it's not usually a big deal, it's usually like a, that's it. So today we're just going to touch it just enough so that we feel like I touched the wheel, I didn't go down. You know? So it's not like the end of the world touching the wheel. But I don't want any of us doing this though. Leaning into the wheel like this. Because if you lean, yeah, you will go down because you're putting all your weight on this side. So you can lean your bike into it, keeping your center of gravity this side, or you can just do a flick like this, that's fine. Again, keeping your center of gravity to whatever side you do. And I wouldn't do this, well I missed them, and then try and get this side, because your weight more likely is going to be on this side still. You do this, now you just, you know, stuff into the wall, there again. So if you're on one side, you hit, or you miss, don't try and whack on the other side right away. Just try and regroup and hit it again this way here. And so you don't need to do it, you know, a million times. If everybody at least touches once, I'm happy with that. Some people touch a lot more. So try not to do it. We'll do it. Right up down, maybe. Bump the wheel a few times.
Begin the break.
Sure, that was real fast.
Person in front's job is someone ever in race
Person in front's job is
again, just ride straight. Just be as simple as possible. Or you know that on one side or the other, I got to switch over to the other side more. But if you're not sure, don't touch that down or like that. Best thing is just ride straight. So some wheels.
probably the highest odds.
Yeah.
I nearly
Well,
did.
Jim did go down. He ended up under the pickup. I know.
I almost ran him over.
I was in his wheel and like leaned into his wheel and I'm like, no, I'm put I put down.
I was just sort of right next to me, just go like that.
Yeah, I will say.
I was actually trying to ride
Nikos and I executed that perfectly.
Oh yeah.
It just figured such a violation of all your.
Yeah, I like
Who did I do? I think I did it. Yeah, with Ben. Yeah, putting yourself in harm. Putting yourself in harm is never.
That's
when you have a situation actually occur in real life, you're like, oh.
Yeah, I know exactly why.
It's written on the inside, yeah. Over or something? No, he was riding straight. Also has a giant seat. Basically your bike.
Very similar. I like that bike a lot.
I do.
I actually never understood why Ben wanted the left air over that bike.
I know the last year is pretty cool, but
Well, I think you got a good feel on it, right, from the shop.
Okay, so one for the plane and one for the ride.
Oh, this is actually Matt Daniel's wheel, but it's got the Belgian flag and the nipple. I've got the two red nipples straddling the valve stem. I noticed that.
so you had to stand there.
As one does. Because you gotta reverse out of here.
Like he was trying to move us. He wasn't, but it was hilarious. I'm like, that
Bike, lean it down. Can't wait to put together the video track. It's so easy. Just if you ride in the city, it gets so easy.
I never do it all the
time. When you get to stop, like, screw something out of your shoes every time. Like,
I agree, the team ride is a very good time to practice. There's 19 lights on Damien that you get before you even get to run yourself. Actually, not your house anymore.
You're gonna like trip over.
Dude, that is amazing. Look at the artwork on that junction box.
Hey, Rob.
Struggling.
Come on, man. Your feet are
I was doing
Your people.
that physical beach, and O'Malley just comes up to me, and he like pushes me over. I'm like, what the hell, man?
Ben's a mean-spirited bastard.
No, I'm going to get him like 3 years from now, and he's like, remember that? And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Hey, Nikos, do you have Pop-Tarts? Do you have Pop-Tarts? That's what I asked. You should. You should give me one. I would not do one, man. Exactly, right?
Seems you brought a knife to a gunfight.
There's always enough to
This
do.
is, yeah.
Oh,
Remember from
someone-
the trailer for Danger
Oh,
5?